Hello, dear colleagues. My name is Natalia Yudichak. I am a practicing master and a BrowXenna trainer. Especially for you, I have recorded a video lesson on eyelash lamination using the MonoStep formula. In this video, I cover the main points and what to pay attention to in order to perform the procedure correctly. If you'd like to get to know me better, feel free to send me a private message. The link to my account will be below this video. I wish you an enjoyable viewing and beautiful lashes. See you next time. We are performing the eyelash lamination procedure using MonoStep products. The first step is to cleanse the lashes of any impurities. I used cleansing foam from BrowXenna. Please note that the model's lashes are quite dense. They have medium porosity and are very thick. We will leave the MonoStep on for about 8 to 10 minutes, checking the readiness of the lashes. We will definitely check this. After applying the foam, we rinse it off with a damp cotton pad. You can gently brush the lashes a little. Dry them slightly. Next, I check if there is a false row and glue it down so it doesn't get in the way. During the placement of the rod, absolutely any rods will work for this model, but I chose Venuk because I really love working with them. The scythe here is number 3. Make sure the rod is placed close to the root area, so that there is no overlap on the lashes. And at the same time, make sure the rod isn't too far away. Most often, drooping or a weak curl happens exactly at this stage. An incorrectly placed rod, always watch your placement. Don't allow any sagging. Move the rod closer if, for example, it has shifted. I don't glue the rods. But if it's more convenient for you to work that way, you can glue it to the eyelid. Just try not to apply glue directly to the roots. Because if there's too much glue at the root area, the solutions will work very slowly. That's because, at the root area, lashes are usually thicker in diameter than in the middle or at the tips. So, when you're laying out the lashes, make sure that glue doesn't build up in layers at the root area. If, for example, you're working without fixing the lower lashes under a patch like I am right now, don't forget to separate the lower lashes so they don't stick to the upper rod and get curled up together. Make sure they're directed upward so the tips of the lower lashes don't get curled. That's it, the lash placement is done. Now we take the MonoStep. When working with lashes, I find it convenient to pick up the product directly from the palette. This way, I reduce the product's exposure to air in the tube, so it lasts longer for me. I apply it evenly. I use a brush to apply the products. Be sure to apply the products evenly so that the top and bottom lines of the product are aligned in a single line. But at the same time, make sure that the product doesn't accumulate anywhere in excess. Distribute it evenly. I leave about a 1 mm gap from the roots. I don't go all the way to the roots. My top line is straight, and I start moving the product toward the roots with pressing motions so the product works as thoroughly as possible. I slow down in this area. My lashes were ready across the entire zone, and the product was applied evenly, both at the outer and inner corners. I apply a layer of the product, a thinner layer, because usually there are fewer lashes there and they are finer. If, for example, you have a lot of lashes at the outer corner and they are thick and long, then of course you should apply a thicker layer of the product there after you've applied the first layer. Now I move on to laying out the lashes on the second eye, and while I'm working on the second eye, the product applied to the first eye will already start to work. And by the time I finish laying out the lashes on the second eye, the lashes on the first eye will already be ready. I work with liquid glue. If you are using gel glue, then increase the exposure time by about 2 to 3 minutes. I've finished laying out the lashes on the second eye. Now you can move on to checking the readiness of the lashes on the first eye. Using the MFI, I bend the lash and check to make sure it bends in all areas. That is, at the top, in the middle, and at the bottom. It's very important that the lash is ready specifically at the bottom part, because if it's still straighter at the bottom, that means the lash isn't ready yet, and it won't follow the shape of that area, the bend that goes over the rod, and it will be weak. So it still literally needs just a little more time, and then it will be ready. But since the lashes at the outer corner are ready, and in the middle they're not yet, I'll remove it. The product only from the outer and inner corners. And just while, let's say, I'm removing the product, literally a few more seconds, 10 to 15, and then I can remove the product from the middle as well. Once again, we check if it's ready, but this time we take different lashes. We see that the lashes in the lower part are ready, and now we can remove all of the product completely. The MonoStep processing time according to the timer was 10 minutes. After I remove the MonoStep completely from the lashes, I'll move on to applying MonoStep to the second eye. Then I'll return to the first eye and start tinting it. I'll be using Oxygen J2 dye in shade Black 207. For the developer, I'll use 1.8. If, for example, you don't have the 1.8 developer right now, you can use the dye together with the 2.7 developer. Before you move on to the tinting stage, make sure the lashes are perfectly parallel. If any lash has come loose, put it back on the rod or fix the placement if it's no longer parallel. I apply the dye in a thick layer, spreading it from the middle to the tips, and then I'll continue to distribute the dye with tapping motions. I work the dye into the root area so that the dye colors the lash roots well. That's it. The dye application on the first eye is finished. Now we move on to the second eye. Let's check if the lashes are ready. That's great. The lashes are almost ready. At the outer corner, they're also curling beautifully now. Let's check the outer corner. Alright, we'll remove the dye from the outer and inner corners first, and let the middle sit a little longer. Let's check again how the lashes in the middle are coming along. It's very important to me that they curl well, especially at the base and in the middle. Most often, it's the upper boundary of the solution. This area right here on the lashes. It processes faster than the root area, again, because the diameter of the lash varies along its length. Everything looks great. Now the lashes are curling in all areas, so we can remove the solution from the middle as well. After removing the MonoStep, we move on to tinting the second eye. We apply the dye in a thick layer. Thoroughly work through the root area to make sure the roots are well tinted. Don't forget to apply the dye to the tips as well. Sometimes the tips extend beyond the working surface of the rod and don't get tinted properly. So pay attention to this and make sure to tint the tips. Be sure to apply the dye directly to the tips, letting it hang a little off the lashes so the tips get tinted well. Now we start removing the dye from the first eye. I find it convenient to do this with a brush. I use the brush to remove most of the dye. Next, I'll clean the lashes completely from dye and glue residue using a damp cotton swab. Clean the lashes as thoroughly as possible so you don't have to wash off leftover glue and dye along the length of the lashes later. We'll clean the root area after removing the pad. But at this stage, try to clean the root area and the area along the surface of the pad as thoroughly as possible so that the lashes are clean without any glue or dye residue. While I'm cleaning the first eye from dye and glue residue, the second eye is being tinted. I really enjoy working with this technique because I don't have to just sit and wait for one stage to finish before moving on to the next. Maybe some of you will also like working with this technique. Give it a try. I really love to thoroughly clean the lashes so that there's no glue, dye, or any other products left on them. Be sure to clean the eyelid as well, meaning remove any glue that was used to attach the lashes. At this stage, I'll also be cleaning the root area because I tint as close to the roots as possible. And most often, the dye tends to accumulate there as well, so you really have to work through the root area, basically dive right into the thick of it. Honestly, using the stick, It does look a bit brutal. Clients don't feel any discomfort. They handle this stage just fine. You can use micro brushes for this. For me, it's convenient to do this with a damp cotton swab. After I thoroughly clean the root area, it will be perfectly clean, and the client will leave with clean eyes. After cleaning the eye from any remaining glue and dye, you can apply the finishing care. The first eye is now completely done. Now we move on to the second eye. We clean it. Remove any leftover dye and glue from the lashes. By the way, you can also apply the finishing care at this stage. So, thoroughly clean the lashes from any leftover dye and glue so the lashes are as clean as possible, and do this whenever possible. Make sure to clean the root area on the pads well, and then, for example, you can use a brush to apply the finishing care along the entire length of the lashes. And then, for example, you can slightly dry them right on the pad using a cotton swab, right over the applied care product. After you clean the root area once you remove the pad, you can reapply the necessary amount of care product to the lashes. We remove the pad in order to clean the root area from any leftover dye. Look at what a beautiful curl we got. Now you need to clean the root area from any leftover dye so everything is nice and clean. Let's take a look at the result we've got. Look at these awesome lashes. They're fluffy with a beautiful, bright curl. Now you can apply the finishing care and enjoy your lashes. You'll really enjoy working with MonoStep.